Kremlin says U.S. foreign policy shift aligns with its own vision.
And? How is that a bad thing, Tom? Do tell. What's your big to-do with how come Russia's so bad? Why is Russia so terrible? Are you still in that 1980s fucking Red Dawn era where Russia come get you, Russia is terrible, Russia bad? Why? Explain to me why.
Why?
I have friends that live in Russia. I actually have people on my Instagram and Snapchat that live in Russia. I know some Americans that have moved from America to Russia. Explain to me what's so bad about over there. I'll sit there and wait. Tell me what is so bad about Russia. Explain to me how Russia is horrible. And then on the same note, tell me how great Ukraine is. Tell me all the wonders and the beauties and everything that goes on with Ukraine. So I'll wait on you, Tom, to tell me the bad points of Russia and the good points of Ukraine. I bet you won't. Have a good day.
That's Paul, one of my more dedicated and yet moronic trolls. Congratulations on having friends and family that live in Russia. I have a friend who's a NASA flight director. He was a former fighter pilot, former astronaut, spent 6 months on the International Space Station, and is now a flight director for NASA. He had to live in Russia, learn how to speak Russian because of the way that the Russian space program and the United States program works together. And he'll tell you that the people of Russia, generally speaking, are fine people, and that he was more than welcome in Russia, and he views the people of Russia as his friends. The government of Russia, however, is something else entirely, my friend. See, I have friends and family in Texas that are good people, but the government of Texas is a bucket of shit. Therein lies the difference. What makes Russia bad? Everything, from a governmental standpoint. We have a former KGB agent that kills reporters that write unflattering stories about him. Maybe you don't find that bad. I find that troubling at best. We have a former KGB agent who's a dictator for life in that country. I find that to be troubling. You obviously have no problem with lifetime dictators. That same former KGB agent kills opposition members. If you're running against him, chances are you're going to get poisoned and die. I find that to be bad. You are obviously different. You don't have a problem with that. We have a government in Russia that lied to its troops at the beginning of the Ukraine war, told its troops that they were going to train on the border of Russia and Ukraine, and the next thing they know, they're in an active war. I find that to be troubling. I find it to be troubling that we have a dictatorial, adversarial force invading a smaller, more peaceful nation for no reason whatsoever. You obviously don't have a problem with that. Russia has been kidnapping tens of thousands of Ukrainian children to take back to Russia to be adopted by Russian families. I find that to be bad. You obviously don't. And I don't know what's great about Ukraine. I don't know much about life in Ukraine on the day-to-day. I know this: they're an ally. They didn't provoke anybody to invade them, and they're getting the shit kicked out of them by one of our adversaries that you're defending. Congratulations on being a wholly owned subsidiary of the KGB.